Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Hi, welcome to the class number 4. Just wanna do a double check if you can hear me. I just wanna be sure that you can hear me, okay guys? So how are you guys? This is YeyoCore here, as always, speaking. Yep. So, guys, welcome to the class number 4, and we are going to start, as always, by doing a waiting room, okay? So let me read you into the comments. All right. Yeah, I know that time is up. So, how are you guys? How are you been those days? All right. Things I'm not able to hear myself right now, but when I was sure. Yes, now I'm able to see that I have actually audio, so that means that we will be able to continue. So, as always, I'm going to create a waiting room, guys, if you want to join. Yeah, that's much better. I'm just moving my microphone here. Okay guys, so as always, I'm going to do a multiplier room. So let me do a multiplier room with power loads. And yep, that will be it. Okay, so welcome Davon, welcome Kenzie. Kenzie, I see that you have 2 accounts right now. Welcome Franklin, how are you? How are you doing? And yeah, okay, welcome Zenith or Grand Adventurer, welcome YouTube Gamer, and okay, and welcome Hakaikal. So guys, how are you? How have you been? As always, if you want to access to this room while we start the class, remember the UID is going to be 2769323, just into the new interface, just on this side, I think it is, just next to my name, you are going to see the actual UID, okay? Alright, so guys, okay, and just to let you know, I improved a little bit the UID, the UE, the interface for the streaming. And also I played some extra music. I put some extra music on the streaming, so guys, you will be able to actually see that into the streaming, okay? And yeah, guys, how have you been? Probably in this class, I'm going to be a little bit low because I'm with coronavirus. In those days, I had been really sick, so right now I'm recovering myself, so probably not going to be that energetic as always, but I will do my best just for be able to explain the things better and avoid making you get boring, okay? And yep. All right, so let's see if Ninja can move. Ninja is loading the game yet. And yeah, guys, that's it. Probably you are going to take some short breaks, sorry, because probably I will need to go to the bathroom, or as an example, I need to clean my nose. So probably you are going to see that a lot during this streaming, but it's just for this streaming, guys. Okay. And just let me ask you a couple of things, guys. I know that actually you play a lot of games in computer, in your cell phones. I just want to know which games did you play apart from MiniWorld, guys? So always, guys, we are going to take just 15 minutes for doing this, okay? Okay, that probably was a bad idea for him. And also I want to do some basic test here. So let me do this. I just want to know a couple of questions about yourself. Oh, I think I've been hit. Where is he? Oh, I'm getting hit, but I don't see him. Oh, that was a good way to escape from there. All right. Where is him actually? Where is Ninja? Okay, I didn't see him. Where are you? That was actually a little bit hard. I'm going to change my kits because I think it's too powerful right now. And let's see what we have here. Let's do a random kit. Well, actually, this one is also powerful, but I don't have almost any movement here. Well, it's going to be a cool kit, guys. No. Oh, I almost... Okay, he kills me. I see, guys, so just according to the chat right now, well, not that much people have been answering that, but it seems that most of you have been playing or are playing actually from a computer. Oh. No, I almost did it. I think it wasn't going to work, but it works actually. And I just want to do a double check. I see, guys, so I see that you are answering in the chat, but my new interface is actually not the best for this. All right, so let's select a new kit on here. All right, I'd like to play with random kits on this map. Oh, okay, that's actually a good kit. Let's look. Oh, I cannot hide. All right. Okay, I did it. All right, so right now, according to the answers, half of you are playing in an Android phone and half of you are playing actually in a computer. That's nice to know. All right, so let's move around this area. And guys, I just want to interact with you. How about your being in the chat? Let me know. I see that some of you... Oh, okay, I almost died. Some of you are already creating the map. I just want to know if you have some questions. So I realized also that Kenzie wants to submit the map like a few days ago. I just want to know how it's your map and if we can test it at the end of the class. Where is him? Okay, I see him. Okay, robot. Where is him? No, what I did. Okay, well, whoa. That was insane. Check this. Okay, that's actually a good strategy on there. Okay, Kenzie, so let me know, Kenzie, if you already have your map finished, so we will be able to test at the end of the class. And I also will be able to provide you some feedback about your map, if you want to, of course. Okay. All right. So let's see. Guys, so just for those that are just accessing right now, we are doing the waiting room. Remember that we always have a waiting room before starting the class. We are going to start the class, the actual class, with all the triggers and all the stuff that you are going to learn in around 8 minutes, okay? Okay, I think he dies. Oh no, he actually made it to survive. I think I... Oh, I'm going to die. No, guys. No, he pulls me out. I see. Perfect. Thank you for sending me your UID. We are going to test your map at the end of the class, so... And let me know, I hear that it's a history ward. Can you explain a little bit more about what is your map, so I will be prepared when I access to your map to know what I have to do? Oh, too much. Oh, I almost died. But yeah, at least I survived. That was actually a good attack. So yeah, Kenzie, if you want to let me know what I have to do in your map, or what is your map about? It's actually it's a PvP, right? I understand that it's a PvP. It's with capturing flags or something similar, because it looks like it could be capturing the flag according to your team. So let me know a little bit more about your map, please. Okay, I see a player here. Okay, he's running away. Okay, let's try to hunt him. All right, where he can be? Okay, he's right here. So let's try to use this. Oh, I get. Oh. Okay, I get killed. Oh, I see. So it's like capture the enemy. Yes, you actually capture the enemy buildings. Okay, it sounds actually very great. I think it's a good gameplay. So I will be able to test that later, and I'm going to try to test in multiplayer as always. I'm going to try, guys, because in my area and the people that can access to my live and can access to the game. In my area right now, it's just sleeping. Remember, in my time, it's just 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh, that was actually a good hit. So I will try to. Okay, let me try to invite more people, but most of the times I won't be able to play with that much people because in my area all the people is sleeping right now, okay? But it sounds great. Okay, let's see. Where is the player? Where is Ninja right now? I see, very good. So I guess with those kinds of coins, we have two different game styles, right? So whew. If he flies, it's easier to kill. So I'm going to hide around here. Let me read your comment in detail, Kenzie. You have to destroy the enemy base, more like. Between there is two coins, defense coins and kill coin. Alright, so with one I guess you get that coin by killing other players, and the defense coin I guess is going to be used to build some defenses, like getting some turrets and things like that, right? Okay, it sounds great. Okay, let's see here. Where is him? Oh. Where is Ninja? Okay, Ninja, show yourself. Where are you? Okay, you are here. You cannot hide from me. Oh. Okay. Where is him? Ha. You got stuck on there, right? Okay. You can move. Very good. GG Ninja, very good hit here. Okay. Alright. So in 1 minute more we are going to start the class, guys. For this class we actually, where you are right now, or how is your map right now, you should be able to play already. You should be able to finish your map. Okay, yes, just in time. The time ends here, so I will switch the screen now to the MiniVerse screen. But as always, just before continuing, I just wanna say hi. So how are you guys? Welcome to the class number 4 officially. We are going to start right now. So I just wanna know how are you, and just to let you know, truly sorry, I'm still with some specific sickness from the coronavirus, but I can speak a little bit more right now, okay? So probably you are going to notice that my voice is not going to be that powerful. and probably I will have to take some short breaks during the class. Don't worry, it's just to, if I feel like I'm getting out of oxygen or something like that, I'm just going to switch the screen to the technical problems screen, and I'm going to just do my things, okay? But I will complete the class with you guys right now. In the moment that you already supposed to have a game completely playable. And as a lot of you were showing me during the last week, their maps, yes, I see that most of you already have this playable, but right now we are going to add some extra cool features. So remember that we have scheduled for today the mount class. This is going to be very important for you guys because I know that a lot of you don't know how to use the actual mounts. So today you are going to learn how to create those mounts, how to edit mounts, and how to add skills to the mounts. So that's going to be very important, guys, okay? All right, so YouTube Gamer is giving me your UID, so later I'm going to add you guys. All right, so let's switch to the presentation, guys. All right, so don't take a screenshot of this code yet. So let's start. As always, I have to do a small resume about the class because I know that there is a lot of players that are going to be new when they're checking this video. So for those players that are new, this is a MiniCamp, and the MiniCamp is an event in which actually I'm going to teach you, or a lot of teachers. We have a total amount of 6 teachers, but we teach you how to create a game according to the topic of the month. This month is Team Battle PvP, and after that, right after some weeks, most of the time 3 weeks, we are going to do a contest in which you are going to participate to win your map. We are going to take a score from your map. Also, the MiniWorld team and the actual developer team is going to score your maps, and then we are going to do a public scoring, a public votation, and under we are going to define who is going to be the winners and who is going to get some awards. So just as always, here in the screen you can see the actual times, the actual dates for completing this. So very important, guys. On there, you are going to see that the max date to submit your map, because in 3 days we are going to have available the UI, or the interface to submit your map. You can start submit your maps in the 13th, but very important, guys, as always, you are going to see here that on the 20th of September is the max date to submit your map. So guys, very important, and something that I always teach you is you have to submit your map at least 1 or 2 days before that. Why? Because if depending on your area, but this is actual China time, so that means that if you are playing from Vietnam, it's going to be 1 hour before. But as an example, if you are playing from Latin America or United States, it's going to be 12 hours before that, okay? And another important reason why I highly advise you to submit your map at least 1 or 2 days before is because you could have a problem. Maybe you submit your map in creative mode, so we won't be able to rate it, or as an example, the servers could be down, or you can have any problem. So just in case, I highly advise you to submit your map at max 1 day before the timeline that you see here, okay? So another important thing here, guys, is that actually we are going to have some prizes, okay? So the prizes, as always, are going to be the Excellent Award, the Best Learning Award, the Most Creative one, the Best Progress, and a Shortlist Award that this month is going to be this sword. And I really like that sword, okay? And just for resume, Excellent Award is going to be for the best map. The Best Learning Award is for the map that actually use they make full usage of the knowledge that I'm going to teach you during this class, or that I have already teach you. The next one is going to be the Most Creative, is with the player who actually innovates with a new team gameplay that no other players do. Of course, this is going to be very relative, because if a lot of players made a similar map to yours, probably you are not going to get that prize. So for this, the most creative awards, it's always something that is not in my hands, it's not in the MiniWorld team hands most of the times. It depends of what maps are doing the other players. Then we have, as always, the best progress that's going to be just for players that are not developers at all, or those players that actually are developers in level 0 or level 1, and it's just like something like the amateur prize. Okay, so now, as always, for this class, during the class I'm going to give you some awards. We have the Minibin awards, we have the skin cards awards, and also we have a temporal skin for 1 day. It's the frog. As always, guys, I'm going to give you this code, or this link is going to be to access to the MiniWorld official server channel, but very important for the MiniCamp. Not for all MiniWorld, it's just for the MiniCamp. So if you have some questions, you can access there. Yes, you can start making actually since the MiniCamp start, you can start creating your map, Franklin, and create all the plugins for it. So welcome, Joseph. How are you? Okay, so that's very important. All right, so, and the last thing but not least, guys, as always, for this class, you need something to take notes. Also, you need a computer. I highly advise you to have a computer because it's going to be easy to edit in a computer. So that's why I highly advise you to get a computer. Of course, you can do it in a cell phone. Of course, you can do it also in a tablet, but it's going to be better a computer because you will have more tools and you have more advanced options to create your map. Okay, guys? So right now we are going to start the class. For the objectives for this class, I moved the schedule a little bit, so we are going to learn how to set up and create the power-ups inside your map. Also, we are going to learn something important, guys, that a lot of you already know, but I just want to show this to all of you that didn't know very well this, and is that we have a class about how to edit game files. That means to mess with the code directly from MiniWorld and be able to do some awesome things like changing models, like changing icons, and also with this we are going to create our mounts, because it's very important, guys. You can download a lot of plugins from the plugin center, but today you are going to learn to create a mount from 0 that is going to have skills and that is going to have some custom stats that allow you to create like different mounts. Okay, so that's going to be very important, and I know that a lot of you were requesting me through Discord this and through the messages, so we are going to check that. Now for the next class, we are going to have the skin store, we are going to have the text tricks and the tricks for models and the tricks for buffs. Of course, also we are going to take some time to review your maps, as is going to be the last class. So that's going to be the information for the class. And just as a way of recap, those are the main triggers that we were using. If you see, we already finished most of them. Now for the scripts, we have one that is the auto mount. We are going to import that one, and we are not going to import more scripts for now, okay? And very important, that's going to be for the main systems. Apart from that, we are going to see a couple of extra systems around here, okay? So let me start with power-ups, okay, guys? I know power-ups, it's the part that left in the game. Right now, as always, you should have a game that is completely playable, that actually you will be able to use guns, you will be able to shoot, but probably you find out that actually you are not going to have more bullets, because you are going to run out of bullets, and there is nothing right now that is renewing that. So that's why we are going to mess with power-ups, okay? So now let me switch to MiniWorld. In MiniWorld, I'm going to open the map that we always are working with, the map that we use as a template for this minicamp. And we are going to start with some specific things, okay? Before teach you how to spawn those buffs, before teaching you how to create those buffs in the floor, I'm going to teach you how to create a system to pick up those, okay? So what we are going to do, guys, we are going to access to our plugin menu right here in the top. Remember, this is the icon for the plugin menu, okay? And you are going to hit just on here. Right now, you are going to see all the plugins that you have for your map. So what I need you to do, I need you to just go to props and creatures, okay? We are going to start with creatures better. So remember, in the class number 3, we create all the objects for the game. In this class, we also pick up or create the option to pick up the head or the second life, okay? So we are going to start with the laserdisc. Remember, we are going to select the laserdisc, but not the one in props, the one in creatures, okay? So what you are going to do, you need to be sure that you are going to change the model, and the model is going to be the same model of your disc, okay? With you actually we already set up that, so I'm not going to go deeper on this. If you want to check how it works, just check the class number 3. Just go ahead to the channel, and remember, in the channel we have all the classes. And also don't forget to subscribe in case you aren't subscribed. And yeah, so you don't miss up all the next classes, you're not going to miss any information. So what is going to be the important part here? We are going to start creating some partial triggers for this one, okay? So in total, we have 3 triggers for each power up, okay? So actually you don't need the 3 of them, but I create 3 of them, okay? So let me show you in the game, in the actual game, how it works, how it looks actually. So I will be sure that you are going to have a fully understanding about this, okay? So you are going to see that right now I don't have items, okay? And in some seconds, 18 seconds actually, I'm going to receive some items. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up those items, but you are going to see that not only we will be able to pick up those items, we will be able also to walk over that specific disk, and let me show you. Okay, that wasn't like I was expected. Okay, check this, okay? So we are going to have different ways to pick this. The first one is just by hitting the disk, as I just did. The second one is going to be to pass over with the mount. And the third one is going to be also just to cross or pass over this disk in the floor, but just with the plier, not with the mount, okay? And also notice that the disk has a specific effect. So we are going to do all the 3 things, okay? So let me start, okay? So you are going to go back and you are going to access, as always, to the disk. And I see that FX, it's saying hi. So hi, how are you? Welcome to the class. So you are going to go to creatures, you are going to go to your laser disk, to partial trigger, and you are going to add a new trigger, okay? You are going to rename it, you are going to put FX on it, and this is very simple, guys. The action is going to be, or the event is going to be when this is created. It's around this area, yes, when it's being created, and the action is going to be to apply an effect on the creature. Okay, remember this is a creature, so you have to select a special effect, and you need to use the one that says create or play a special effect on creature. All right, and right now I'm using the light effect 5. You can use whatever you want on the creature in the event. Okay, that is the easiest one. Then you are going to create a new trigger, guys, okay? The new trigger is going to be named as a pickup or pick item, and we are going to add two events for this, okay? So the first event is going to be where a player collides with the actual object, okay? So remember also the events for when you are editing or you adding triggers directly to an object, to a plugin, it's going to be different parameters and different events, okay? So in this one, we are going to look for the one that says collision, okay? And then we are going to add a new one, and we are going to select when it's clicked by players, okay? We are going to have two events. And this is actually a little bit of trick, okay? So you are going to add a new condition. The condition is to be sure that the one that is clicking is a player, okay, or is colliding is a player, because you don't want to activate this when another disc collides or something similar. What you are going to do is to add a new condition. This is a trick. This is actually a condition that will assure that the creature or the mob or the object that is executing the action is a player. And what you are going to do is you are going to add a new condition. You are going to add the condition that says a player, okay, determine team, okay. You can use this, or you can use the trick that I teach you the last class, that is check if the player has a maximum attribute, okay. So you are going to use determine in which player set. When player in trigger event is yes in all players, that means that if it's a creature, it's not going to be in all players. That is going to avoid to execute this on creatures. And then you are going to add some specific action. The first one is that we are going to go to players and add an item, okay? So remember, this is going to work for all the pickable items that you are going to have in the game, okay? And the item is going to be one, and is going to be your laser disc or your actually projectile ammunition, okay? So in my case, remember, in your case too, that's going to be inside custom or projectiles, okay? It's going to be, the first one is the laser disc ammunition, okay? The one that you have in plugins. And you are going to use to select to target player, okay? Very important, we already add the item to the player inventory. Now we need to kill the creature, because if we didn't do that, every time that the player hits the creature again, it's going to get a disc, okay? So you are going to add a new action, creature, and remove creature, okay? Remove creature, this one. And you are going to remove the creature in the event. And just to have a little bit more of information for the players, you are going to add a sound, okay? The sound is going to be for the players, so just go to sound, players turn on sound event, and I place this sound. I'm going to pause the music a little bit, so you will be able to hear it, and this is the sound that I placed. As you see, it's Mark 11, and it's a very dim sound. It's not a big sound. It's not something that is very that is taking the player attention. Just something simple that the player will hear to know that actually is working, and he picks up the disc. Okay, so that's the sound I pick up for this one. And we already finished the first one, okay? So what we are going to do, we also need to create the same trigger, but this time what we need to do is that make sure that the actual one that hits that is the match, and also we need to be sure that we are providing this to a player that is over the match, okay? So this is very simple, guys. What we are going to do is just the same conditions, but what we are going to do is to create an area over the creature. The area is going to be 1 block by 1 block, and is going to check if the player is over the creature. That's the trick. The area is going to be an area with a lot of altitude. It's going to be 3 blocks from the altitude, and with that we are going to check if the player is right over there, okay? If there is no player, we don't pick anything, okay? So you are going to add a new trigger. The new trigger name is going to be mount check, okay? now that you already have this, we are going to add a new event. Okay, so the event is going to be creature collides, just the same one that we used at the beginning in the previous trigger. Then I'm going to add a new condition, guys. Okay, so the condition, as always, is going to be just an empty condition. It's just something that we use to be sure that the creature is the one that is executing this. So just hit on creature and creature attribute. Okay, guys. Then in creature attribute, you are going to check creature in event max HP, and it needs to be greater or equal, and very important, guys, greater or equal to 1. If you change this, probably it's not going to work. Okay, now for the actions, here is the trick. So some of you were asking me why I use player ID right here. Okay, so what we are going to use or do for player ID is to check if there is any player over the creature. Okay, so very important, you are going to add a new action. You are going to add assign, and you are going to select player setup. Okay, so once you are in player setup, you are going to create this specific variable that is going to be called player ID. If you don't have it, please go ahead and just a second, guys. Well, okay, so if you don't have it, you need to create it, the player's a player ID variable. Okay, now we are going to set this player ID as template library or function library, and you are going to select random player in player set. With this, we are going to create our player set according to the area that is over the creature or over the mount that we are using. Okay, so when you get this, you are going to add a new function, and you are going to select all players in an area. Okay, once you select all the players in an area, you are going to have this condition, and you are going to finally convert a location into a region, because we just got the position where the event happens when the two creatures, the disc and the mount, get collide, and we are going to transform that in an area. Okay, so just hit on here, function library, convert location to an area, and you are going to have the final dialog. So just select event position, and those are going to be the dimensions that you need to use. The first number is a 1, the second one is a 3.5, and finally, but not least, we have the number 1. Actually, the least. Okay, it's the last one, sorry. And yeah, just add that action, and then all the other things are going to be just the same that you already had for the big item, but we are going to add the lamination to the player ID variable. Okay, so just add the add an item, add 1 last disc ammunition to player 1. So if you see, another cool thing that you can do is just copy and paste this trigger. Once you copy this one, you are going to delete the condition and the second event, and you are going to add the new condition, the one that I just teach you, and then you are going to add the setup, the first action. Okay, remember the ordering is important, so the first action needs to be that one, and all the others are going to be just the same. Okay, just remember to test this, you need to save and return and enter the game. Okay, when you hit enter the game, you will be able to play. Okay, now very important things, guys, okay, that I want to show you. Just give me a second here. And is that we are going to have the same condition, the same actions, but for your head. Remember, guys, in my case it's going to be a head, in your case is going to be, as an example, an armor, or if I see some slime map, so I remember that the slime map, in the slime map is going to be the size of your slime. Just remember, it's the item that allows you to have an extra life or recover an extra life. Okay, so it's going to be just the same. Okay, But the pickup option for this one is going to be only if the plier is not mounted. Why? Because remember, the mount is going to be the first life. And the actions are going to be a little bit different, okay? So you are going to create first the same option that you did before, okay? And let me explain a little bit better, okay? So you create a new trigger. Once it's created, you are going to change the name to created or effects. You are going to add the first event. The event is when this creature is being created, and you are going to add a effect just like we did. In my case, in my situation, as I'm creating just heads in the floor, what I'm going to do also is to have this specific condition that adds the buff that removes the body for this mob. Okay, remember, in the last class, in the last class or in the previous one, I teach you how to create that buff that allows you to create actually to create that buff that allows you to remove the head or to remove the body of the player, okay? So in my case, the dummy or the thing that you pick on the floor is a head and it's a dummy for a mob. That's why I need to add this effect, but you actually don't need to add it in case you are not using heads, okay? Now, moving down, we have the option of pick up, okay? This is going to be a little bit different from the previous one. So the previous one is whenever you want to get an item if you hit that mob, okay? But this one, the one that you are going to see right now, is going to be different because it's going to give you or remove a buff in case you actually hit the item, but also it's going to check if your player has that buff, okay? So how we are going to create that? You are going to create a new trigger. You are going to rename it as the pick up, okay? And remember, guys, this is inside the object, okay? Not in the plugin, not in the trigger options in the developer tools, just in the plugin editor, where it says partial trigger for the object that is a creature that allows you to have this effect, okay? I see, so welcome Escape Pip Alop. Welcome to the class. How are you? No, Kenzie, I didn't get my vaccine for the coronavirus. That's why I get infected. But as soon as I recover from the coronavirus, I will have to actually do that, okay? All right, guys. So first thing that we have to do here is that we have to add a new event, okay? So you are going to hit here and you are going to add a new one, and as always is going to be the collision event, okay? When the collision event gets activated, what you are going to do is you are going to add a new condition, okay? The condition is going to be very easy, guys. You are going to use and select player, and you are going to determine if player has a status. So just hit here, and the status is going to be for target player in event. Very important, guys. Don't select players in trigger event. You are going to select target player in the event. Yes, and that you need to hit, of course, on template library. And remember, when you lose your armor, when you lose the second life, we are going to add a buff to a player. In this case, it's going to be headless. In your case, could be armorless, or I don't know, medium-sized slime or things like that. Okay, so just think about it, and yeah, you are going to have that one on there. Now, what is going to be the first thing that we are going to do? As the second life is a buff, okay? What we are going to do is just to remove that effect from the player, okay? So with that, we are going to recover the life. And this is the first option that we are going to do because we want the player to just have that fixed as soon as possible, okay? So just hit add player and remove effect, okay? In the remove effect, of course, you are going to remove the headless or your second life buff, okay? Then, what we are going to have? We are going to remove the creature in the event. So you know already how to do it. Just go to creature and remove creature. This one, not the creature type, just the creature. And creature in event. Play an effect for that one. As always, I'm going to just stop the music a little bit to show you the sound effect, okay? So I also play an effect on the player. A visual effect is going to be the light effect number 1. And also I have a sound. The sound is this one, as my game is based on Androids. But of course your game could be different. You could have, I don't know, Cavesman, or you can have soldiers, or you can have whatever you want. So just be sure that you place a sound that it gets according to your art style, okay? And that's it, guys. With this, we already will be able to pick up heads, and we will be able to pick up some specific mobs effects, okay? But very important, guys. Remember, I teach you, I'm going to create another buff, okay? So what I'm going to do is to teach you how to create this buff from zero, okay? Imagine that in your game you want to spawn also, I don't know, a speed effect that actually is going to add the player more speed if the player pickups. So what you have to do for this, you need to create a new creature. So you are going to create a new creature from zero. Just place a description. In my case, it's going to be speed buff. I'm not going to personalize like all the other things. I'm going to go strength to the creature attributes. Okay, and what we are going to do is to select just a random model for that creature. Okay, so for now I'm going to use this one. Now we are going to delete this because we don't want it. We are just going to save and return. We are going to add the creature to the map. And once you add the creature to the map, you are going to go straight here. You are going to add a new one. You are going to rename it, as always, as power up. Remember, it's just creating something very similar to the previous one. Okay? And what we are going to add, as always, a collision. Okay? If the collision is with a player, just in that case, and the action is going to be that first we are going to add the player an effect. Okay? The effect is going to be, you can choose from the library. In this case, I'm not going to go deeper in that, but I'm going to add a sprint. Okay, this is going to give 75% more speed to the player. Remain is going to be false, and we are going to have this buff for 10 seconds. Okay, now, as always, if you see here, that's very important. That's why I teach you to use target player, because in this case, the target player is going to be the player that hits the creature, because the target creature is going to be the one that executes the event. So you can see here, if you press on here, you can see all the parameters that this event has, okay? And now, as always, we are going to remove the creature. So just hit remove creature. And of course, you can add the sound and effect, okay? For now, I'm just not going to add that because I just want to just give you a quick check about that, okay? So let me show you. I'm going to place on here on this new buff, okay? All right, let's get down here. And where is that one? I didn't see it. Okay, it's probably because if you don't see it, it's because you have to do the next thing, and is you need to enter the game again, okay? So just 1 second. On this time, I will be able to access. It's taking a little bit. Okay. So now I will have that creature. I'm going to place it into the map. Okay. Developer, plugins, and we have the creature right here. Okay. So I'm going to put one and one at this side, and the other side. Okay, I cannot put it there. I have it right here. And very important, guys, notice that the creature model is moved from the center, okay? So that's very important. Just to see you, I have to hit the shadow of the creature, not the actual model, to get the effect, okay? So I start the game. I create my mount. And if I hit the shadow of the creature, I'm going to have the effect. But where is it? Okay. What happened? I think I pushed the creature out of the game. Okay, let me see here. Let's try to cross. Oh, okay, I think that's not going to be possible here. I cannot cross to the other side, okay? So let me check what happened here, guys. Definitely I need to change the model for this creature because that one is not going to be that accurate. It's going to be a little bit hard, so just to see, I'm going to use this one, okay? I'm going to use this model for now, just to be sure that I'm actually using or hitting the right creature, okay? Just a moment, girl. All right, we are taking a little bit of time here. All right, let's move up. Let's go to this side, and there is the creature. And I also going to do a double check over the script, over the triggers, sorry. I want to be sure that it's going to work fully, okay? All right, so you're talking about that ice cream. So let me know which one is your favorite ice cream. Mine actually is the one from Kiwi, but I didn't know yours. Okay, sprint, remain, false. Okay, it's supposed to be working. Let's check if now it's going to work. So I see that we all scream for ice creams. That's a good one. Okay. So yeah. Let me show you guys. Let me show you right now what I mean with this. It's going to take a little bit of time, and now we have this. Okay, let's see. As you see, now I got the buff just by hitting the creature. So that's how you can create a different buffs. So remember that if you want to create more buffs for your game, it's going to be okay. For now, I'm just teaching you how to do an extra buff, but you can create as much as you want it, okay? So guys, in this point, we already have like the way to pick up this specific mobs, but there's something that we missed, and is that actually we need to create a system to spawn those buffs in the floor, okay? So those buffs are going to have a small brain, okay? So we need to create like literally 3 different triggers that are going to be very simple. And how it's going to work, as always, I need to add a specific shape so you will be able to follow where I am. And yeah, this is what is going to happen. We have a timer, as always, for most our brains in game, but this time is differently from the others. This one is something that repeats itself, so it's going to have 18 seconds as an example, and it's going to take the time 18 seconds. When it comes to the 2 seconds left to end that one, we are going to execute something that is going to change or try to change the actual buff that is going to spawn in game. Okay, the actual creature that we are going to spawn, so players will be able to pick up the power up. Okay, and then when it left 1 second to repeat itself, we are going to generate that ones. And that's how it works. We have one that is being called generate, one that is called change, and finally we have one that is being called head, that actually is going to be the one that change the creature in the map for the head, okay? And that's how it's going to work. So let me show you how it's going to work in actual screen, how you can do this in the actual game, okay? So first thing first, you are going to open the trigger editor in the developer tools. We are going to create a new trigger set and you are going to rename it as a power-ups, okay? All right, so welcome. Actually, I'm not able to see your screen, but you are being locked down by by YouTube. Sorry for that. I don't know how to pronounce your name because I see that is on type, so I won't be able to see the information. But yeah, YouTube is blocking your comments. It seems that you will need to use English to allow YouTube to show that. Okay, so now for power-ups, you are going to just create the next triggers. First, we are going to add a trigger. The trigger name is going to be change. Okay, guys, very easy, change. That's going to be the trigger name, okay? And when you add the change one, we are going to add a new power-up, okay? So the first event is going to be add. We are going to go to game logic, and we are going to use designate a timer change, okay? So designate a timer change is going to ask us for which timer. So you are going to hit here and you are going to select power up timer. Probably you already have this one by the previous triggers that we have created, but if you don't have it, just add it as a new variable that is being called or is going to be called power up timer, okay? That's it. Now for the conditions, this is very important, okay? So you are going to add a numerical comparison, okay? And in numerical comparison, you are going to select function library and timer time. The timer time is going to be the power up timer and it needs to be equals. And this is very important, guys. If you place something different here, it's not going to work properly. So you are going to hit equals to 2, okay? To the number 2. And I'm going to explain why. Most of the times in most of the triggers, we use the timer number 0 or the amount of time that left as 0 to execute an action because it's something that doesn't repeat itself. But when this trigger repeats itself, you will have to use the number 1 or the number 2 to execute some events because if you use the number 0, it's not going to work when the timer repeats, okay? That's very important, guys. Now, we are going to add a new action, okay? Guys, the action is going to be to set up a value, okay? So, how do you do that? Just hit here. You are going to select again assign. Remember, all the variables are going to be in assigned. You are going to select value setup, okay? And what you are going to do is to set up power up. So this one you need to create it. Just hit here and create it if you don't have it, okay? So just select new variable and it's going to be on there. The name is going to be power up. And we are going to set up power up as a random number. So how do you get the random number? Just go to math and select a random number, okay? So the random number is going to be a number in between 1 and 2, okay? And the action that is going to be next is to create or execute a trigger. So we are going to first create a trigger, just without any action or event, just to be able to add that, okay? So just hit create a new trigger, and the new trigger name is going to be head, okay? Just select head, and once you select head, you are going to just go again or go back to change, and once you are in change, what you are going to add is just on here a new action. The action is going to be triggers. It's just on here, operate a trigger, okay? And the operate trigger is going to be head, okay? So you need to select the trigger that we just created, that the name is head and is in the same trigger set. And you are going to check the conditions as true. This is very important, guys. Conditions needs to be true. If you place false on here, probably it's not going to work. Now, we already have this. then we are going to add some actions to your head trigger. So first, you are not going to do any event actually, but you are going to add a new condition. The condition is going to be numerical comparison, okay? And in numerical comparison, the first one that you are going to select is the variable power up, and it's going to be equals to 1, okay? And then we are going to do something special. So you probably know this if you assist to the class about natural disasters, but we are going to take a chance, a probability to execute this trigger, okay? So this is going to give us any number between 100 and 0, and if the number is bigger or lesser than 25, that means only the 25% of the times it's going to be executed, it's going to change the actual head of the player, the actual buff for a head, okay? So how do you do that? What you have to do is just hit here a new condition. We are going to add a new condition. The condition is math numerical comparison. And when you get numerical comparison, in the first one, you are going to select function library, math, and random number. And the way you do it is the next thing. In the numbers, you are going to place random number in between 0 and 100. And this is very important, guys, as we are going to take a 20% of the chances to get or change that buff. You are going to select less than 25. So imagine that you want to do something that only happens the 80% of the time. So just copy this like you are seeing on the screen, but change the number here. Instead of 25, place 80%, 80, okay? But that's how it works, okay? And the action is the simple thing that you can do. So what we are going to do, we are going to change a creature, okay? A creature variable. So what you are going to do is to add a new action. You are going to select assigned, and you are going to select creature type, okay? Not creature. You are going to select creature type instead, okay? Setup. And on here, you are going to create a new variable. The variable is being called powerup mob. And that's a creature type. Is going to tell the game which creature is going to be executed. And once you have that, you need to go to your template library, and you are going to select the mob that is being called creature head. Okay, it's going to be cyber head in my case. Select that one, and you already have the creature type. Okay, and that's it. Right now you have the creature spawned, but we left something. And let me rearrange here just to have the same triggers order that you are going to have. Now we have this one that says generate, okay? So with the previous one, what actually we do is just to change the creature just in case that is going to be spawned, just in case we get a specific number. But for the new that we are going to do, we need to actually spawn the normal disk or spawn any creature, okay? Even the creature that has been changed. So we are going to create a new trigger. You are going to rename it as a generate, okay? And what you have to do is first add it's going to be almost the same conditions here. So something that you can do also is just instead of creating, just copy and paste the head trigger. But in case you create it from 0, so the condition is going to be game logic, designate a timer change. The timer is going to be power up timer. Now you are going to add a condition. The condition is math numerical comparison. In numerical comparison, select function library, timer time. It's on general, timer time. And as always, we are going to put equals to 1, and we need to be sure that the timer time is power up. And this is going to be executed right after change. Okay, 1 second after change, we are going to execute this. And the actions are going to be the next one, okay? So the first thing is that we are going to create 2 blocks, okay? So let me show you in the screen what we are going to do. Remember that in the last class, we create this area, okay? This specific couple of blocks or set of blocks that are going to be different from the normal floor, okay? What is going to do this? This is going to be the area where the puffs or also the disk are going to be spawned, okay? And what we want with this is that if all the other floor gets completely deleted by the game, the players will be able to still picking up some disk from here, okay? And also this area is not going to be deleted. That's why it's different from your normal blocks, the blocks that you can delete, okay? So I placed two different areas per team right here. Remember, you can use however amount you want it, but be sure that the players are going to have enough disk, okay? And what I did is actually to create some areas, okay? Some points, sorry. So you are going to hit here on tool mode, and you are going to hit the number 2, and you are going to create in the center of each area a point, okay? And you are going to rename it. What I did is to actually place names for it, disk blue 1, disk blue 2, this red, and this red number 2, okay? So once you have created, or you already, once you have already those specific locations created, okay, what you are going to do is you are going to access here, and on here you are going to add the next action, okay? You are going to create a creature, so just hit create creature, okay? The kind of creature that you are going to create, you need to select variable library, and we are going to select the variable that we just created few minutes ago, that was power up mob, okay? Now, very important guys, on here, you need to place function library and location offset, okay? Remember that is going to allow us to create some anything or move anything around some specific area, okay? And in the options, you are going to select your first area or your first point. In my case, is disk blue 1 is one of the points that we just created. And what you are going to do is that you are going to use this shift along coordinate axis. The middle one needs to be 0 because it's going to be created on the same height. But we are going to add a random number to the other two arguments, okay? So in the first one, you are going to select function library, math, and random number. In the last one, you are going to do exactly the same. Function library, math, and random number. And very important, guys, the numbers that are going to be there are going to be according to your map. So in my case, I placing this at max at 2 blocks away. Why? Because if you see here, the max distance that we have for the secure area is going to be 2 blocks, okay? Why? Because with this, you are going to ensure that always the player is going to have something to pick up. You can place, of course, a lot more. You can place 6, 7, but what is going to happen is, remember that we can break the floor with the discs. So if you place that and there is no floor on there, the disc is going just to fall, okay? Instead, on this situation, the player always is going to have the disc around this area, okay? So that's why we need to count on there. And if you see now, by expanding this information, I have the number in negative, so it's going to be minus 2 blocks to the number 2 blocks. And I have just the same here. Oh, okay, this one is actually not working fine, so I need to change it. It's going to be minus 2 to the number 2, okay? And that's it, guys. Another important thing, guys, that I almost forgot. When it says belongs to team, you need to hit and set up as no team, okay? And you are going to copy and paste this. But this time you are going to use the enemy team, okay? So if you were like having the area that was a blue disk number 1, on here you are going to place blue disk number, blue disk, okay? Number 1. And it's just the same. All the other things are going to be just the same. The only thing that change is the original area, the original point. Then you are going to add a new action, okay? The action is going to be assigned, and we are going to select creature setup, okay? The creature setup is going to be very easy. It's going to be setup power up mob as laserdisc, okay? Why are using why I'm using laserdisc? Well, guys, what we are going to do with this is that we are going to be sure that if something change in the map, we are not going to spawn two heads as an example or two boobs. In this case, we are going to change only one, okay? And then we are going to spawn a disk two. So with this, we are going to be sure that we are not placing too much special objects in the game, okay? So remember, power up set up as laser disk. Remember, it's going to be the creature that we create for your laser disk. And that's it. Now, what you are going to do is just copy and paste the two first actions, but this time you are going to change the location. So if you have like red disk here, red disk number one, you're going to change it to red disk number two. And with the other, you are going to do the same. Just copy and paste here. And if you have blue disk on here, you are going to change it for blue disk number two. With that, we are going to have all the different areas covered to execute this, okay? Right now, your game is supposed to have all the playable things, and now it's spawning booths, so players will be able to pick up some disc. We only left the tricks with the mounts, okay? So you will be able to create your mounts, and also you will be able to generate this auto mount system that allows you to actually mount the creature that you created right away as soon as it's being created, okay? So let me read the comments here while I move to the presentation. And also while I'm going to give you the code. So guys, I'm going to copy and paste this code into the comments, and I'm also going to take the time to read you and answer you guys. Okay, so yep, Kenzie saying that he knows already this, so he is going to skip. That's okay, Kenzie. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about because you are speaking in Indonesian. I see, so you are playing with an Alcatel. That's cool to know. Oh, I almost forgot. I think I'm going to end the pool too. And let me see. Yes, now it's supposed to. Let me see the results on this because I'm curious. I want to know exactly which you are using, and I see that only, okay, half of you are using PC, half of you are using Android, and only, well, not half, most of you are using actually, but a 10% and a 10% are using a tablet and an iPhone, okay? I see, so actually the amount of players on iPhone is very low and also in tablet. That's good to know because that will allow us to create better interactions with your when you are creating a game, okay? So, um, uh, I want to know, guys, if at this point I know that sometimes I'm a little bit fast on this, but I want to know if you are actually having some questions, guys. Just a second. Well, so guys, did you have any questions to the moment? Okay, I know that most of the times it's going to take some time to actually for you to receive this, but I just wanna be sure that that you are able to. Okay. Um, so just to remind you guys, we now have our game completely playable. So moving up from here, all the things that you are going to have in game are going to be, or that we are going to learn actually, are going to be extra things, okay? Extra things that are going to be good for you because you are going to add some extra tricks to your map. But right now the map is completely playable. So I want you to take the next week just to improve the game, to add extra features, and to improve the animations and all the things, okay? But for now, you will be able to play. Of course, we didn't finish the class because I'm going to teach you the mount systems and all the stuff. And also tomorrow I'm going to show you a lot of tricks. Tricks for text, tricks for adding some cool effects, some buffs that you are not going to have in game, but will allow you to create some tricks like flying and things like that, and also some tricks for blocks and some tricks for actually the models, okay? So just to be pending off, okay? All right, so welcome Suryan and welcome Itsushaku YouTuber. Welcome to the class. All right, guys, as I already gave you the code, let me continue with the presentation. All right, so up to this point, guys, we already finished with the game in most of the parts, okay? Right now, what I'm going to teach you very quickly, it's how to open or how to manipulate game files, okay, guys? This is going to be very important because with this, you will be able to understand better how you can add some tricks. As an example, you can change the icons for the items, but these game files are going to be, or this class game files are going to be, or is going to be focused on actually modifying or creating mounts, okay? So let me start first with this, okay? So I'm going to teach you how you can open the game files, not just in computer, also in Android and tablets. Very important, guys. I would like to teach you in iOS, but I really don't know how to do it, okay, guys? As I'm not using, or I didn't use any iPhone or any iPad, I won't be able to teach you. You can try to search something similar to the things that I'm teaching you right now, but I'm not sure if that is going to work because once more, I never use iPhone, so I don't know how to do it. I use macOS, but this is not going to be for macOS, okay? Just for computer and Android. All right, so first let me show you the tools that we use for this kind of things, okay? So you are going to see my MiniWord screen here, but I'm going to open a web browser right here, okay? And the web browser is going to be into the Discord team. But don't worry, guys, apart from this, um, in any actual video that you can see from my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, in any video you are going to see the same links, okay? So I already have all the tools right here, as you see, and we have some specific tools, okay? So the first one is going to be to edit files in your computer. The second one is going to be for edit files in your cell phone. And the third one is going to be something similar, okay? So for your computer, I'm going to put the link into the comments, but what we have is Notepad+. So probably a lot of you in class have seen that I opened this software, okay? And is this one that allows me to create better triggers and better scripts because it's going to be highlighted. It allows me to save a lot of things. And as you see here, I use this to edit my triggers, and it's going to be much comfortable than the MiniWord screen because it doesn't close by itself. It doesn't delete the triggers by itself or the scripts. So it's going to be very easy, okay? Also, will allow you to open the game files like this one. This one is not a script, it's a game file that is going to be for a mount. This one too. Okay, so what you have to do is to access to the link that I'm putting on the chat. Hi Gabriel, how are you? And you need to search for the last version that is going to be this one. What you do is just hit here where it says download. You wait until it gets downloaded and you install it, okay? That's going to be for computer, okay? And let me show you something else, okay guys? If you go to my channel, let me do this very quickly. Okay, if you go to my channel, in most of the videos, not all of them, of course, I have some old videos, but if you hit any MiniCamp video, like this one, and you scroll and you show the description, the full description for this one, where it says show more, okay, you are going to see here the same different links, okay? So remember, this is one that says Notepad Plus for computer. You can hit there anytime. So that's going to be for computer. Now for cell phone, we are going to use this software. And very important, guys, this app is not anymore available in the Play Store. And there is a lot of copies of it. If you search in the Play Store, you are going to find something that says easy, but with C, not with S. Explorer, or in yellow color, all of them are just copies that like third person do, but they're not going to have the same features. So it's very important you can access to this store. Actually, this is safe, don't worry for that. You are going to hit on download, okay? And when you got download, mine is in Spanish because my web browser is in Spanish, you are going to have this completely downloaded, and I'm going to teach you later what you can do, okay? So remember, this is going to be the X-File Explorer that allows us to search very quickly for the files that we are going to have in game and that we can use, okay? Apart from that, just like the Notepad, we have another software that allows us to edit scripts inside your cell phone, okay? And this one is already into the Play Store. The name is Sublime Text Editor, okay? And I'm also going to put the link right here, so you will be able to get it, okay? So I just send the code, send the link for, I just sent the link for the two options, the one that is Sublime Text and the one that is S File Explorer, okay? Yes, File Explorer. So this one is very easy because this one will allow us to create some specific scripts, to edit the scripts, and also to edit the game files, just like this software does. You will have the same, but in your cell phone, and it's going to be much easier, okay? So once you install the software that you require, depending if you are in a computer, in a tablet, or in your cell phone, remember, for Android phones and tablets, you are going to use those two. And for computer, you are going to use Notepad+, okay? Once you have installed that, you will be able to edit the game files. And let me show you how you can access to the game files here in computer first, okay? So what you are going to do is you are going to hit here in Start, and right on there, you are going to type the next thing. Okay, let me show you also with a text here, with a blank text. And let me show you what you are going to see on there. So what you need to type in a computer is percentage AP data percentage, okay? That's what you need to type here. So just type the same thing that I show you. And once you hit that, you press enter, and you are going to have this folder open, okay? So this folder is going to hold most of the game's information, most of the game's data. So what you need to do on this one is that once you are right here, you are going to search for the next folder. So the folder name is going to be MiniWord Data 410, okay? Here is where all the game files are going to be stored for your MiniWord. And then you are going to see this screen. What you need to do is just to hit in data again, and you are going to see this new folder screen that has a lot of folders, okay? I just want to know you are able to hear me, because it seems that some of you are MiniWord. No, actually, all of you are able to hear me. So once you have that information, or you are already accessing to this folder, guys, you are going to do a couple of cool things, okay? So I'm going to teach you this. You are going to see that all the folders that I'm highlighted are going to have the next syntaxes. They are going to start by W here, and they are going to have a lot of numbers, right? Those are going to be your maps, okay? So on here, you are going to see all the files for your maps. That means that on here, you can edit your map. What you have to do to edit your map? You need to search for your map or open any map. And if you see just few files on here, for sure that's not going to be your map, or you need to download it. Okay, as you see, this one is something that is not downloaded in my map. This one instead has a lot of files, okay? That means that this is a map I have downloaded in my game and probably is going to be mine. But how you can note for sure if this is your map or is not, okay? Let me show you this trick. So, there is going to be a file here that is being called, let me put the name here, okay? The name of the file is going to be thumbs, okay? thumbs.png and underscore after that, okay? What we need to do... Hi, Tunley, welcome to the class. What you need to do to be able to know if it's your map is just delete this underscore at the end in the game name, okay? So in here, you are going to hit rename, okay? So on here, you are going to have an option that is being called rename. In my case, in Spanish, is cambiar nombre, but in your case, it's going to be rename it. And once you hit on there, you are going to just delete the last underscore, okay? It's going to tell you that if you change the extension, probably it's not going to work. Just hit yes. And on there, you are going to see the preview of your map. So if the preview matches, that is going to be your map, okay? Very important, guys. If you do that, be sure that you revert the option. You can just hit here and just put the underscore at the end again. So once more, we did this with the name. Now we are going to do the same. And be sure that you copy and paste that small image, and into the copy you can place the name of your map, okay? So you always will need or will see that this is your map. In my case, it could be bunkers. And I'm going to remove once again this underscore. And with this, every time that I open the map, I will know for sure because I see here that says bunkers. And also I can see the image that this is going to be my map, okay? So on here, there's all the files that you can have for your map, even the mobs, even the triggers, all the things are going to be here. But the important folder that we need for this is going to be called mods, okay? In mods, you are going to see 3 new files, okay? Just hit the one that says map default, and then you are going to hit the one that says behavior, okay, guys? You are going to hit the one that says behavior, and on this, you are going to see a lot of folders. So probably by reading, you will know what each folder is going to do. We have an actor that is going to have all our mobs. We have biome, and that is going to have all the personal setup for your terrain. We also have the block one that is going to have all your blocks, the crafting that is going to have all your options, items that is going to have your items, status that is going to have your status, okay? So as you see, all the game files are here, so you can edit the files from here, okay? So now, very important, guys, we are going to do a small pause here because I want to show you how to do the same but with your cell phone, okay? And that's something that I have on video because right now I don't have my cell phone here at my hand, and I cannot show you this directly from my cell phone. So this is a small video that I record about how to use, okay? So very important, guys, you're going to see that I'm using the actual tools that I teach you how to install right now. And what you are going to see is that I'm looking here for S-File Explorer, okay? You see it here. Once S-File is going to be open, you see here, it's going to take some time. What you are going to do in S-File Explorer is just hit here. You see where it says internal storage? You are going to hit right on there. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit. And on there, it's going to show you all the folders for your Android device, okay? So if you see, there is here all the folders, but there is one that says Android, okay? You are going to hit on the Android folder. Just a second. And, okay, once you hit an Android, it's taking me on the video a little bit more of time, you are going to have all these 4 folders. There's one that is going to be being called data, okay? This one, the first one, you are just going to open that one. And on there, you are going to see all the personal folders for your apps inside your game. As you see, I have a lot of apps installed here, even Amazon, and I have all the files here. So what you need to do is to scroll down, and there's one that is going to be called com.playmini.com. Also, you are going to see the icon for MiniWord. It's right here. You can see it. Well, that's where you have to hit. Okay, you need to be patient. You need to have a patience to see it. And then you are going to have this folder. It says files. You are going to open it. And once you open files, you are going to have more folders here, okay? So what you have to do is to just hit here in Mini Play, okay? And check what happened when you hit on Mini Play. Okay, so if you realize, it's just the same folders that we have in computer. So in here you are going to have main data, mini, and data. You are going to hit in data again. And on here, as you see, there are all the same screen with all the same folders. Remember, W and bunch of numbers means that that is your map. And as you see on here, I have a lot of maps in my cell phone. I just going to hit in any one. And on here you can see the same. If you have some few folders, just 5 files, that is not your map. It's something that you didn't download and it's gained from another game, okay? So as you see, I'm exploring folder by folder until I find a folder that actually is going to match with the one I want, okay? As you see, I'm just searching on there. And in a little bit, I'm supposed to find an actual game. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time actually in the cell phone. All right, let's wait a little bit. Okay, it's taking actually a long time. Let me see if... Okay. It seems that I found some folder here. Okay. Now this one. Okay, once you find out your map, okay? Once you find out your map, as you see, all the information right starting from there, and now on, it's going to be the same. So remember, in my computer, I also have those folders, okay? Behavior, logical, resource, and it's the same folders that we are looking right now, right here, as you see. Okay, so apart from this part, it's going to be the same. You can follow the same steps. But just to give you an extra show, let me show you in the S file editor. When I hit any of those files, it's going to open Sublime Text Editor, and as you see, you can see the code here, and then you can edit the code here. Okay, as an example, it's just the same as this one. Okay, as you see, it's the same information. You can edit the code right here. Okay, so all the things that come after this are going to be the same for all of you guys. Okay, so right now I teach you how you can open and edit files in directly in your computer, in your Windows computer, and also in your Android and cell phones. Okay, from Android, and your tablets from Android. Okay, all the steps that are going to come next are going to be the same. Okay, and just I see a Spanish student into the comments, so let me switch to Spanish 1 second. It's Aku. Lo que pasa es que estás en la clase de inglés, por eso no entiendes, pero no te preocupes, yo voy a enseñarte lo mismo, pero en la clase de la tarde. que es en español, ¿vale? La clase de español es a las 7 p.m. hora Colombia, México y Perú, ¿vale? Para que lo tengas en cuenta, no te preocupes, te voy a enseñar lo mismo, pero en español, entonces nos vemos en la tarde. Okay, guys. So, now, with this, you already know where to find the game files, okay? And this is very important because what we are going to do next is to create amount from 0, okay? So let's do a pause here, let's do a break. And once more, if you want to take the screenshot about where you can find those specific game paths or the paths for finding your files, just take a screenshot for this one. Okay, and as you see here, also you can see the screenshots for the tools that we are using to open the game files, okay? And I'm going to teach you what we are going to do with this. But first, let me do a small break here, and I'm going to use this time also to give you the next thing that are going to be the codes, okay? And all right, so please go ahead and copy this code, okay? In the meanwhile, I'm going to take some water. Okay, guys, so take the time, be sure that you copy the codes, be sure that you are going to have all information on there and that you can climb it because it's going to be skin cards. And at the end, I'm going to give you the skin, guys, okay? So at this point, guys, did you have any question that I can resolve? I don't know, maybe you need some specific clarification, some extra clarifications in some point. So just let me know if you have any of those questions and I will be able to answer you guys. All right, checking by the chat. Right now I don't see any questions, so I'm going to continue, okay guys? So, all right, because also we are going to run out of time, so we only left like 18 minutes, so I want to be sure that actually you are going to understand all the things. And we are going to start with the cool things, with the knowledge. We are going to start with the mounts, okay? So guys, right now we are going to learn how to create a mount from 0, okay? And let me explain how it works, so you will be able to find out better the information and all the information that you need for this, okay? So let me explain how it works. You in MiniWord are going to have two different files. The first one that is going to be your mob, and the second one that is going to be the mount option for that mob. So you need always to have a base mode, and then you are going to have the mount option extra, okay? So right now we are ready in the first or the second class, I don't remember in which class, we create our mobs. I think it's with the third one actually, okay? So remember that we create our my robot in my case, each one for each team, and you create your mount in your case. Well, we don't need to change that creature, okay? What we need to do is to add a file that tells the game that that creature also is a mount. And the way we do it is not on here, because on here you don't have that options, okay? The way that you do it is going to be by game files, okay? So first thing first, we need to get the ID from our robots, okay? So let me do the next thing. I'm going to kill the two power-ups that I place in game. I'm going to kill it by using some quick tools here. All right. So let me use the sniper here. We kill one. And we kill the other. And that's it, guys. We already killed the two mobs. Now I'm going to move to this area. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get the ID for my mobs. Remember, if you are in a computer, the only thing that you need to do is to go and create a new script. You can create any script. And then you are going to delete everything, and you are going to hit an ID library, then select creature. And in creature, you are going to go to custom, and you are going to get the ID of your vehicles. Okay, so my first vehicle is going to be number 2. You see on the screen says ID number 2. The other one is going to be ID number 5. Okay, that's going to be for the mobs. Remember, number 2 and number 5. Okay, but probably if you don't have a computer, you have to get another way to get that information. And it's simple too. Just hit on developer. On developer, you are going to pick up this one that says handed editor. Okay, you are going to remove all the blocks that you have in your hands, and you are going to put the mob egg for your mobs on here. What you are going to do is just to put those mobs in the floor, and once you do that, you will be able to get the ID just by, okay. Well, this is going to happen if you already have on the mount, okay? But as you are not going to have the mount yet, just when you hit right click on your mob, it's going to tell you the ID, just like this example. Let me put another mob here, so you will be able to see the example, okay? So it's going to tell you this, and it's going to tell you model ID. So the model ID is the information that you need to copy, okay? By now I'm just testing, so I'm going to drop these mobs. Oh, I'm going to almost fall here. And I'm going to kill this one. Bye, my friends. So now that you have the information, what we are going to do is that we are going to go to the folder that we left. So remember that I was teaching you how to open the game files. So just in the same folder that you learned how to open from MiniWord or from any cell phone that you can use, you are going to access to the one that says behavior, okay? And in behavior, you are going to have all the different folders, but this is very important. There is a folder that doesn't exist on there, and is this one that is being called horse, okay? So what you have to do, you need to create a new folder. The folder name is going to be horse, okay? Just like horse in English. And it's very important, it needs to have the same name, otherwise it's not going to work. So remember, the folder name is going to be horse, all in lowercase, okay? That's very important. Then what you are going to do, you have to create inside of the map, all right? Or inside of the map that you need to create 2 new files, okay? So let me explain how you are going to create those files. I already have my map right here, the map that we are using for learning. I'm just accessing to the same folder that I teach you before, guys, okay? So don't worry for that. As you see on here, I just created also the horse folder. And on here, you need to create 2 files, okay, guys? So how do you know what you have to create on this? So you need to hit new, and you can create a text document. As an example, you have to put the name on it, okay? So just put mount 1, and very important, guys, on the end you will have an extension, so you have to put .johnson, okay? So let me put you the name in here. You have to put, as an example, the name of your mount, but you need to put this after that. You need to put a dot, and then you have to put, okay, that's going to be the full name with extension. Once you do that, you are going to open that file, and you are going to see that it's completely empty, guys, okay? So what we need to do here, we need to import a text from the mount text, okay? So as always, Yeyo it's always creating those for you, so you don't have to search for that. So just remember, you are going to access to the page that you have in the link. Oh, actually, well, the video is at this side, so you have on the link on the description, and that actually has that code already added on it. Okay, so you need to just scroll down, and on there you are going to see a file that says mount.johnson, and I'm going to put this into the comments too. Okay, so you will have this by first hand, and on there you are going to see this small code. Remember, this is not a script, guys. This is just a setup for your creature, for your mount. So what you have to do is just copy the code that you are going to see there, guys, and you are just going to copy. Be sure once more that this is not translated. Remember that sometimes can happen that this is translated to other language and it's going to give you errors. Okay, so just be sure here in the web browser you always have to show in the original text here. Okay, just do a double check before copying your script, because you can get a lot of errors from there. Just copy that, and you are going to go to the file that you just opened. Remember, in your cell phone you open this by Sublime Text, and you are going to have this. Okay, this is the code to transform a creature into a mount. Okay, so let me teach you what we have here. Okay, first we have all these open and close square brackets, normal brackets. So we need to be sure that we are not going to delete or move anything on that. Okay, and also pay attention to something. Let me increase the size of this a little bit. Check that on here we have inside two notation marks, a name for a quality that we are going to modify, then we have 2 points, and then a number without the space. Okay, so that is very important. We cannot change that format. Okay, if we do that, it's not going to work. And very important, check that we have a comma after the number in all the sections except at the end. Okay, also notice that we have a comma here. That's very important. Don't delete those commas. Okay, and what we are going to do here to set up our mount, the only thing that we have to play with are those two options. Okay, the first one is the ID of your mount. Remember that I just pick up here like the IDs in MiniWord from my mount, and the first one was the number 2 and the second one was the number 5. So you are going to put the number of your mob on here. And the second option, and this is very important, guys, is which mount we are going to use as base. Okay, and this is very important, guys. On here you need to place the an already existing mount. Okay, so let me explain how it works. This is the ID for, as an example, the chicken mount. Okay, so if you place the chicken mount on here, the chicken mount has a special ability that allows the chicken to have 2 players mount on it, so it's going to get the same skill. All right, so if you want to use a jumping creature as an example that can fly, you need to pick up a mount that already flies on here. Okay, so I already have some tricks pick it up for you here. Okay, so just give me a second and let me search for those. Okay, so as an example, and I'm going to put those into the chat, so you will have this information by first hand. Okay, that are going to be UIDs with specific skills. Okay, and let me explain what those are going to do. Okay, just a second. I see that there is not in Spanish, and it's like in Spanish and in English, so let me change that. Okay, so this is going to be the different skills that we can place on there. All right, so if I place 3405, the creature will be able to do the super jump, okay? So that means that if you hold the space, it's going to accumulate force, and when you release the space, it's going to jump higher, okay? This number, so notice that is the same number we have here, okay? So right now my mount is just jumping high, that's it. The second one is 3441. It's the one that allows you to have two players mounting the same mount. Next, we have 3415. And what it's going to do is that when it's going to have this movement like the slime mount, like the round monster mount, that is going to be like in small jumps, okay? It's not an extra ability, it's just that your mount is going to look like it's jumping a little bit. Then we have this one that is very important. This one will allow you to fly for a while, but you need to jump, okay? You press space and it's going to do a small jump and a small jump and a small jump. And if you get out of energy, the mount is just going to fall, okay? Now, 3438 will allow you to hold space to just get like an impulse. So imagine you're here, you just jump in the air and you hold the space. So it's going to like be pushed very fast here, okay? And finally, this option, the 3447, it's going to be a creature that can go into the water, and that just like the water creatures that we have in MiniWorld, okay? Okay, well, now guys, this is going to be the important information. So if you are going to create a new creature for your game, just use the ID here, the name here, and then you have all these other options, okay guys? So what you are going to do, in main HP is the amount of life that is going to have your creature. So be sure that the two of them match, don't change those two. Now, max and min land speed is the speed of your creature, and this is going to be the jump, okay? So 120, it's going to be 12 blocks, okay? Actually, it's not going to work like that, but it's something similar. This is going to jump around 8 blocks, okay? You need to play with it. And all the other things, you need to keep it like they are. Of course, I cannot place your comments on here. So once you edit and copy this, be sure that you just save it here. And your creature already is going to have a mount on it, okay? So guys, that's how you create the mounts. Now, if you access to the game and you already saved this, just go ahead, access, and you are going to find out that actually that creature, it's going to be able to be mounted. So let me show you the example very quickly, okay? So I already have those creatures created here. I'm going to remove it, okay? And then I'm going to start the game again, and I'm going to try to open just the same, okay? Check this. I'm going to access to my creatures, and I won't be able to, because those creatures cannot be mounted. And that's, guys, how you can create a mount. Alright, so at this point, you will be able to play with that. You will be able to actually create some mounts, okay? Okay, check this, guys. As you see, I'm not able to mount inside the creature. I'm just pressing left click, and I won't be able to do it because the creature is just a normal creature. But if I just re-add those files into the folder that we create, that is the horse, and please notice that is just the same information that you have seen here, okay? It's the same information because I already created like that, and I just play the game again. I will be able to mount the creatures. And check this very quickly. Okay guys, so now I just create my creature, and I will be able to mount that creature because the file is already at. So that's it. That's how you can create creatures with different skills. Okay, guys, notice that this is the super jump creature. Okay, and that's how you create those. Okay, so we already have the final of the class. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you the next part, that is going to be how to create the auto mount system. Okay, but if you want to add that system, it's actually already inside the game, but I prefer to teach you that tomorrow because we already have the 2 hours. Okay, so guys, right now the class for today has been ended. Tomorrow we are going to learn the things that we left, that is going to be to make the next part for the mount system, but also I'm going to teach you some tricks that you can use to create some awesome texts. Okay, so by now the class is already over. For those that want to leave, you are free to leave now. We already end the class, and I know that a lot of you already left. But right now what we are going to do is that we are going to play some games. As always, at the end of the class, we are going to create some games. So Mackenzie, you told me that you have a map. The map is actually going to be the historic world map, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is going to leave from here, and what we are going to do is to access to your map. I'm going to test it, and I'm going to give you my opinion, okay? Just a second here, it's loading. Okay. Come on, it's a little bit slow. Yeah, now. Oh, come on. Okay. So I'm going to search you here. I'll search for you very quickly. Kenzie. Broken. Grand Adventurer. Mattis. Okay, Andy. Kenzie. Okay, I got you. And let's see your maps. Okay, which one is that one? Okay, historic world. All right, so that's Indonesian, right? All right, we are going to try to test your map. Okay, I'm going to try it first in single player just to see how it works, and then I'm going to host it into multiplayer. For some reason it's not downloading. Let me do this. Okay. All right, we are going to check that one. Hi, Felino, how are you? We are in the English class, so estamos en la clase de inglés, pero en la tarde vamos a tener la de español, para que lo sepas. Okay, so let's see how it works. Protect your base, destroy the other's base. YeyoCore. Nice, thank you. All right, so let's see here. Oh, actually good models. I like that you always personalize your models. We have we have a knife here. And what we have in the store. Weapon shop, we have a katana, a firecracker, and a bush. Okay, and in defense we have the turrets. All right, and I will need money to get any of them. All right, I see that you have 2 coins, and now I understand. So let's see what is happening here. Okay, those are just arrows. Okay, I cannot enter to the water. Oh, okay. And what I have to do here? Okay, I pick up a new gun. There is a way that I can cross, or oh, okay, yes. No, I cannot. Okay, I see. So what we have to do is to fight to each other's side, right? Or did I miss something? We can cross? No. Just to Felino, sí, lo que pasa es que estás en la clase de inglés. Siempre tenemos la clase de inglés a esta hora y ya en la tarde tenemos la de español, por eso es que estoy conectado a esta hora. Okay, so I think we are going to kill all the other players, and according to that, we are going to win. And where is the firecracker? Okay, my camping. Firecracker, no. Okay. From here we get some coins. More coins here. Okay. All right, let's host in multiplayer, guys. I'm going to host for 10 players. And let's see if a player enters. Remember that at this time, most of the students here in Latin America are just accessing to the school or just wake up. I see, don't worry. Let's test in multiplayer, okay? I see, so every time I killed a player, I will have the firecracker, and then I have to move to the other team, all right? Now I'm getting how it works. Oh, it's a little bit cold right here. I get bubble humps, is that you, as you call it. I see, I like this. You can see everything. So I see that Luis Bolt has access, so Luis Bolt is going to be able to help me out. To test it out, we also have another player accessing. And you can move? Okay, you can move. So let's do it. Let's play. Let's see how it works. Okay, so now we have to wait until Luis Bolt. Oh, I get shot. I see that Xena Roll is also here, so welcome. Alright, so I got a 1 kill coin. That's what Kenzie tells me. Now I have to get the firecracker. Oh, I need 2 kills. Alright, so something that I should mention is that most of the players are not going to understand that they have to get the firecracker. So I recommend it to you just to check when the player receives an item. If the amount is enough, that means if the player receives 10 coins, the player will be able to get automatically without doing anything the coin. Oh, I get hit, but very good. Okay, okay. Oh. Okay, it's hard. I like it. Kind of hard, but I like it. So ninja access. And we need to get the 10 flyers. Actually. Oh, very good. I have 3 coins right now. So yeah, Kenzie, that's my first advice. My first advice is to get to automatically do the thing. Whew, I get it. Well, I left a lot of time. Also, I highly recommend you to reduce the amount of coins that we need to take up the firecracker, but I like it. Whew, we get 5 kills. That's good. That's amazing. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh, I didn't see Cinnarol here. Okay. Oh. Okay, they got me. It's actually a good map. I like it, Kenzie. You are very good creating maps. Oh, come on, what happened with my mouse? I cannot hit. Okay. Why he doesn't die? Whew, that was actually a headshot. It's good. I like it, Kenzie. I like it. Well, we left 2 more to be able to cross with the firecracker. Okay, this is kind of hard. Let's see if we can get an angle for this. Oh, I killed him. Oh, actually Ninja killed him. Okay, GG Ninja. Okay, let's see. We left 3 kills. Oh. Where I can see him? Huh. I didn't see them where they are. I hear that they are shooting at me, but I'm not able to find them. Okay, let me see here. Where you are, guys? Okay, I just tell them that please give me some coins. Yeah, give me that. Give me those. Oh, okay. I see. We cannot share coins. Oh, okay. Yes, we can. Landmines. Okay, so we left one. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, I get luck. Right there. I'm not going to give any coin to them. Okay, I get killed. Yes, we are trying to that, but I cannot cross for some reason. Yay, we get the 10 of them. Okay. All right. We got the firecracker. And I don't know what I have to do here. Okay, no idea what I have to do here. No, can't see. I see, but I don't know how to kill the other team. So yeah, not understanding very well. I'm going to take some time to read the rules. So let me do that. I'm going to stay on here, okay, and I'm going to just hide behind this. And now I'm going to read some rules because I'm a little bit messed up. Okay, yeah, but it seems that for some reason, even with the firecracker, I wasn't able to access. I don't know what happened, it's normal. Oh, okay, all right, so let me try. I don't know if I have that much amount of money. Let me see, where is the firecracker? All right. Let's do it. And I have to put this into the enemy. Okay, I like the sound. I did something wrong? I see why I'm dying. I see, good. I like it. Let me try in another way. Okay. Okay, all right. Let me try again. for how many time I have to? I kill a lot, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, Kenzie. You need to reduce that a little bit, so it's going to be easier to understand. But it's fun. I don't know what I'm really do with this, but it was fun. I killed all of them. That was very, very fun. Okay, let me try again. So. I see. So I need to stand on there for a minute. All right, let's do it again. Okay. I think you don't see anyone because I killed all of them. Kill. Okay. No, not understanding, but I see. Yeah, I try to go inside. I throw it inside, but nothing seems to work. But I think you need to improve that part. But it seems a cool game. I like it. So it was funny. I have to give you that. So that will be it, guys, for now. Kenzie, please, once you fix that, let me know to test your map again. Once more, feedback that I can give you. First, you need to simplify that part. That is going to be easier for the players to know what they have to do. Also, I highly advise you to auto get the firecracker as soon as the player gets 10 kills or something similar. So it's going to be less confusing for the players. And also, just to simplify that process. But the game looks fine, and I really like the models and all the things. Another thing that you have to fix is if you check your models, the soldiers are using the sword and some weapons in the feet. But it looks like you can complete that. I know that you are very talented, so I really like it. For now, it will be it, guys. Let me change to full interaction screen so I will be able to say bye. So guys, bye. Thank you so much for assisting the class. Remember, my name is YeyoCore, and anytime that you want it, you can access to the Discord group, and on there we can talk. Of course, those days I was a little bit low because I was with coronavirus, and just yesterday I was able to get out from the bed a little bit for times, and right now I'm a little bit tired too, but we'll be able to answer during the week. Okay, guys? So that will be it. I hope you have an excellent day, and thank you so much for assisting to the live class, okay? Don't forget the class of tomorrow. Yes, Davon, the class is already over, so I'm going to stop the recording.